Well, there you have it. Engine's pulled out of the 85 turbo. We're going to go ahead and swap over to another 85 engine that I have with about 80,000 miles, a little over 80,000 miles on it. And swap everything over to that block and shove her back on in. Hey guys, XenonZcar here. Today we're working on some engines. We have a 85 turbo here. It needs a new motor since it's locked up solid. Looks like the engine had gotten water in it, so let me show you. There's the 85. Over there's the engine that came out of it. And here's the engine we're putting in it. This also is an 85. This actually has the 9-to-1 compression non-turbo pistons in it. And we're going to be swapping all the turbo components over. We went ahead, already got a one of the manifold studs broke when we were removing the non-turbo manifold. So we had to go ahead and right there, top left, we had to go ahead and weld nut to it, and it came out no problem. The next thing we have going on here, this came out of an automatic car. So this donut right here is the pilot bearing for your torque converter. So we got to remove that so the pilot bearing will go in for the manual transmission, and the transmission input shaft can ride in it. So let me show you how I do this. There's a couple different ways you can do it. People use stuff bread in there, which I don't like to do because then you got bread stuck in your crankshaft. What I like to do is I use a 17mm open end wrench and show you how we do this. You set the wrench in the bushing, get your hammer, it comes right on out. Easy as that. So you can see now it's all ready for the manual pressure plate, or flywheel and pressure plate. That's going to be coming here in the next day or so. And then I got to swap over the oil pan. That one has a bung on it for the turbo. This one, as you can tell, does not. Got the holes ready. Just got to remove. You can't really see with the light here. But right here is the fitting for the oil for the turbo. I got to pull that out. Make sure it's tapped and opened up, which it should be. And that's pretty much it. Then I can start reassembly. I got the manifold ready to go. I have the rockers loose here because I have the cam gears off. The injectors have to get swapped over to the turbo injectors. We'll do that and do a whole complete timing cover, or timing kit. Let me rotate the motor here. There we go. So yeah, we gotta do a timing kit. That includes water pump, thermostat. We're gonna replace this hose here. It's the coolant bypass hose, or thermostat bypass hose. We replace those on all of our builds, because if that blows, then you're stuck on the side of the road and it's very difficult to get to when the timing covers are still on. Cylinder head temperature sensor, we're going to go ahead and pull off and replace that in the sub harness. As you can see, the sub harness is a little janky. Cam seals are going to get replaced, both sides. Of course, the oil pan gasket. We may even replace the oil pump on this, depending on what it looks like inside. So this motor had 83,000 miles on it when we removed it from the 85 non-turbo. The reason why we removed it, we installed a VG33 and turbocharged it. That was in the black 85 2+2 that we did the body kit and a bunch of other items to it. So there you have it. That's pretty much what I've been messing with for the last couple days. We also did a road trip yesterday. We went to Upper Saddle River and dropped off the 84, the blue 84 that wasn't running. We got her running. We had to replace an ECU, the cylinder head temperature sensor, and had to fix some fuel injection leaks that it had. The hoses on the fuel injectors on the fuel rail were leaking. The last person who worked on it had put worm clamps instead of actual fuel injector clamps, and those worm clamps had actually cut into the fuel line, causing leaks. So we fixed all that, replaced the lines, and got her up and running for him. So the customer is really happy. We delivered that to him yesterday about lunchtime. Here's the 84 anniversary edition. We picked this up, like I said, in Poughkeepsie. She's here for a bunch of minor little problems. Mainly the main things that are wrong with it: climate control doesn't work exactly right. Typical hot air from the AC. Right now it has a brake issue. We're gonna have to look at the master cylinder. He said it doesn't idle right, and he has a whole list for us to go over, but we'll do a little walk around here. These are real nice cars, especially when they're manual transmission. The fender flares and the side skirts really make these cars. A lot of people think on the turbos they always had smoked tail lights in the 80 through to 86, but 84 didn't have smoked tail lights. Also, it didn't say turbo in the center bar. That was only 85 and 86. This has the Nissan badge and Datsun badge, both. Here's the Datsun and then Nissan turbo. Well, I'm going to cut it off here. Hopefully you enjoy our content here. If you do, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the notification button at the top if you want to be notified when we upload. We don't upload every week, but we try to upload as often as we can.